Hey guys, this is Claudia here from the Bookkeeping Experts. We're back for one more week of learning and getting ready for the end of the year. Last day of the year. What are the things that we need to think about when we're getting ready, getting the books ready to give to your accountant? That's what we're going to cover today. So we're going to go straight into QuickBooks Online. Okay. All right. So, what is the workflow to know if your books are ready? Okay. Now, first thing, I would suggest to change the view of your QuickBooks Online. If you're on Business View, this is how it looks, and the way that the workflow goes is a little different than on the accountant view. You actually categorize one transaction at a time, and that can take longer than if you actually go into accountant view. Okay, and I'll tell you why. All right, on the accountant view, you'll be able to see all transactions at the same time and choose multiple transactions to categorize at the same time. So the first thing you want to do when you're getting ready to file your taxes, to close the books for the year, is to make sure that all transactions are categorized. Okay, so here we have some transactions, some deposits ready to be matched. You want to make sure that everything is right. So you always look at the date. And if you want to open up the transaction, you can click on the amount, click on the check, make sure it's correct. We know that everything here is right. So I'm just gonna go match. It's gonna go ahead and match everything here. When there's more than one match, you want to click here and verify if the dates are correct. So this is the right one. Same thing here. Check the dates and check the transaction. Make sure it's right. So we're just categorizing, and you can actually just quickly go through all of them because we know that it is right. Oh. Okay, now those are the transactions that, let me make sure that I didn't just add something that was uncategorized. Okay, it's all matched here. Oh, I have one added. Okay, so let me undo that one. Okay, there you go. All right, so back here, so when I categorize, it goes to categorize right here. So when I'm on for review and I categorize, this is where the transactions go to. If you need to correct anything, you still can. You can either undo if you have not reconciled, or you can just if you have reconciled, you can click on the purple right over here, and it's gonna open up, and you can change right here. Let's suppose that this is not legal and professional. Let's say that this is contractor. There's no contractor here. Let's see that. I want to be more specific. Let's say that it's an accountant. Okay, there you go. So that's how you change it. So you can go and change whatever needs to be changed right from categorize. If you want to change a category of your transaction without messing up with your reconciliation, that's how you do it. If you have already reconciled, if not, you can undo. It makes it easier for you to get it done here. Now, one of the main reasons for me that it's easier to use accountant view is because you see all the transactions and you can categorize multiple transactions at the same time. See that all these three are from a rental. One of them is a return, but I categorize the return the same way that I categorize the main transaction. So we're going to select all the three transactions. We're going to update. The payee is a rental. Rental, no. Okay, I can just add from here. It's a vendor, save. And the category is equipment rental. Right? I can put tags. or if it is billable, you can select the customer, and we're gonna apply and select, apply and accept. Sorry. So we have one more transaction here, books by Betsy. I'm gonna do office supply, office expense, and Hicks hardware. Let's say supplies. Okay. Okay. So the first thing, I categorize everything here. It's got to categorize here and categorize all the transactions in here. Okay. Same thing here. So you want to take a look at the date, make sure that this is the right one. Okay. This is good. This is good. Amazon, let's say that it's the return. And when, once again, the return, you always want to categorize as whatever was categorized when you made the purchase. Okay, so office expense. And here, let's say that is supplies. Okay. So this is the first thing I do. So we categorize everything. So we're completely clean here. Second step is to reconcile the account. So on the left-hand side, you click on accountant, chart of accounts, see chart of accounts. And that's where we're gonna reconcile. So first thing, left-hand side, banking, categorize. Second thing, go to chart of accounts, reconcile the account. From here, you're going to select the account, view register, and then see the top right-hand side. You can reconcile right from here. There's different ways to get here. Okay, so just so that you know, you can also go from banking. See the go to bank register right here. You can go from here too, and then reconcile. All right, so get started. Let's reconcile. So this is just a sample account, so kind of complex to reconcile an account. And here what we're going to do is just the basic. I'm just going to put the balance as if nothing changed, and obviously each month there will be change. And this account has never been reconciled, so I'm going to reconcile as of January. Not even sure if we have January transaction, but let's get started. There's nothing for January, so I'm just gonna close without saving, and I'm gonna put a different date here. So let's say $5,000. I'm gonna put January or December or November. Okay, November. Okay, so those are all the transactions. And of course it's gonna be off, and I wanted to show you something because this is a sample account. You want to take a look at those transactions that doesn't have the green flag. Okay, so and you want to make sure that all transactions are selected. By the way, if there is, let's suppose, several transactions selected, it says zero difference. Okay, we're gonna select everything. It says zero. Let's suppose that this says zero difference, but you see that there's something that is not that's not selected. There's a couple of things that I want to do. I want to flip the date or flip the clearance date. And I want to take a look at all transactions that have not cleared, that had no clearance date. And I want to verify if they are duplicated. The next thing I want to do is maybe to check some transactions that could have cleared on the following month. If they have cleared the following month, then you don't have to select them. But if there's no flag, and you see that could be a duplication, the one way for me to solve that is click on payment, and is going to filter this by amount, and that's very useful. Okay, so here you can verify if there is any duplication to be fixed. Maybe this 250, but I checked the date. No, it's not a duplication. Okay. The next thing I'm gonna check is the date, like I said, clearance date. And the next thing is the date. But suppose that these transactions have not cleared yet. Okay. Suppose that none of those transactions have cleared. You want to make sure that the difference is 0. If the difference is not 0, you gotta verify what's going on with those transactions. Okay, you can click on the 63, for instance, edit, and verify what's going on. We do have more videos on how to find duplication and things like that, so you can watch that to be more detail in how to reconcile an account. Here is just a simple account, and it does not give us all the transactions to zero out, so we don't have any statement or anything like that, right? So we can't really reconcile. So watch the video that I have on reconciliation. That's very useful. So that's the second step. The third step is to take a look at the reports and verify if there is any discrepancy on the reports. I first like to take a look at the balance sheet. And usually I want to take a look at this year to last month, because that's when I reconcile, and change it to cash if you're cash basis. If you're accrual basis, leave it on accrual. And there's a few things that I want to look at. I want to take a look at the bank accounts and verify if the balance at the end of November matches with the statement, if everything here is correct, including the credit card. So second thing I'm going to take a look at is undeposited funds. We have a video on undeposited funds. Look for that. I want to make sure that this is clear. And the way we look for those is just click on the plus near on the left-hand side, bank deposit, and voila. Now, let's suppose that these transactions have cleared but have not been matched. So you can look for those transactions in banking. And I like to duplicate my page by bringing to the tab, right-click, duplicate, okay? So banking in here. And I can take a look at specific days to try to clean this. This happened on December 1st. So I'm going to go to banking. Everything is categorized, so it's going to be here on categorized. And I put this specific date. I click on all dates. And I put, that's December 1st. I can put up to December 5 or December 10th. Give as apply. And I can't find any transaction. I can't find any transactions here that would match. Okay, once again, this is a sample account. But this is where I would look. The other one is 387. And that's for also December 1st. Not here. So let's suppose that this payment never happened. If that's the case, you want to delete that. You want to click on Cool Cars, click on More, and delete. You don't want just to delete if you are not sure. But if you're pretty sure that this payment was recorded by mistake, this is how you do it. Okay. And what does is that we're deleting the payment, but we still have the invoice. So that means, you got to remind the customer to pay or so on and so forth. Or if you have, let's suppose that if you have actually received cash deposit and never deposited in the bank, you can deposit that into the cash account. All right, so we fixed that. 0 undeposited funds. We're going to take a look at the assets, make sure that everything is correct. And the accounts payable, that could be a loan. You can click on it. It's going to show you the transactions. Okay. That could be a bill you enter. Okay, we're going to take a look at the credit card and verify if the amount matches with the statement at the end of the month. Now with credit card, you got to be a little careful because this amount could be different because the ending date might be different than the end of the month, could be in the middle of the month. So, but you want to make sure that this amount is what it was at the end of the month. Okay. You're going to verify all your liabilities. If you have sales tax, this is where sales tax is going to be. Make sure it's correct. So this is what you're going to take a look at. You know, all these accounts, liability accounts, asset accounts, credit card, bank account, and make sure that they are reconciled and that these amounts are reflecting what you actually owe or your assets. Okay, so that's the balance sheet for you. Profit and loss is the next one. That's one of the most important ones as well. You want to take a look at your, and it says this year to date. I want to change to this year to last month. Run report. And there's a few things I want to look at. I'm looking at negative amounts, and I'm also looking at unapplied cash balance or any kind of discrepancy account. On the income account, you want to make sure there's no uncategorized income, no unapplied cash payment. And by the way, I have a video on how to fix unapplied cash payment. And there is no negative account except for the discount and refunds. So this is going to be a negative amount because it's deducting from the total sales. So let's suppose if there was any negative expense account, that means that you probably recorded a refund into a different categorization than the original categorization. Then you want to fix that to match it. So you don't have any negative amount on the expense account or the income account except for the discount. Okay, so in this case, everything here is correct. You see the net income as a negative amount, means that there was a loss for this business. It's just a sample account. And there's other expense, and the final net loss is right here. Okay, so everything is correct on this account, but those are the information you're going to be looking into the profit and loss, and that's what you're going to be fixing. I have several videos on how to fix unapplied cash payment. Should take a look at it. And uncategorized income, you just have to categorize for what it is. Maybe it's missing a sales statement, or maybe it's a refund and not matched correctly. You want to correct the categorization, and you can correct right from here. So let's suppose that this past control service is not right. So you'd click on the amount, and it's going to open up all the transactions. And let's suppose that one of those transactions here is not right. So Freeman Sporting Goods. Okay. Let's see. If we want to change one of the transactions, you can just click here and change to what it is. Let's suppose that is soil instead. Okay. But in this case, that's not it. So we're just gonna get out of here without changing anything. But if you click on the transaction, you can change it, so that you know you can change it right from here. Okay. All right. So we can go back to report. So that's how you would open up those transactions. So once again, you only go into the reports, and you can go take a look at your cash flow as well. Cash flow is very important. But the two reports that you want to give to your account for sure is the profit and loss and balance sheet, and then the trial balance or the general ledger. Sometimes those are the two other reports that your accountant will ask. The general ledger has all the transactions that happen in your QuickBooks Online. And many accountants, if they don't have access to your QuickBooks Online, they want to take a look at that to make sure everything is correct, right? Okay, so these are the main things that you want to see. And then if everything is correct, then you should be ready to close the books to make sure that there's no change to be done. So you're going to click on the gear menu on the top right hand side, account settings, and we're going to go to advanced, and under accounting, you want to click on the little pencil, and you want to click turn on the close books, and you're going to put the date. I'm going to put the date as November 30th because that's when I reconcile the account, up to when I reconcile the account. I want to save that. I know it's free from errors. I'm going to click on done, and I close the book up to November 30th. There's two ways to close the books. One way is to not allow any changes. The other way is to allow changes but to give a warning. It's up to you. If you think that there could be changes in the future, put a warning at least so that you know what's going on. All right. Okay, so these are the main things that you need to check in order to give the reports to your accountant. Write down below if you have any questions. I have several videos, several videos that can help you fix error on your books. I'm going to put a few links here, but if you have any specific questions in your reports, in your balance sheet, and your profit and loss, just write down below. We may be able to address that within the next few weeks. So I know that everybody's getting ready already to close their books and give it to the accountant and be done with. But if you have more things that to be done, just write down a note below. We may be able to cover if we have not covered in the past. If not, we can give you the link for those previous videos. Thanks for spending the time with me today, and Happy New Year to everyone. If you watched this before the end of the year, if not. Once again, if you like this video, share with your families, share with your friends, share with your coworkers. Give us a like, give us a thumbs up here, and write us a note if you have any questions so we can cover next time. But until next time, wish you all much success for the next year. I absolutely love what I do, and the biggest thing is to be able to come in contact with business owners and see the excitement of running your business and watching it grow and taking it to the next level by understanding your finances. I know that when you know your finances, you will be able to make decisions that will help your business grow. When you're just walking in the dark and trying to figure out what's going on, it's pretty hard, if not impossible. If you don't know where you are right now, it's definitely impossible to know which direction to go to grow your business. So yes, let's keep on covering different subjects. I'll be here every week to help you out. Get those books ready for your accountant, or even more important than that, getting your books ready for yourself so that you can understand what's going on and grow your business. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next year. And until next time, keep on smiling.